What's going on, YouTube? Cloud Envy here, and I am joined by the lovely Windscream.
I'm the wife.
That is true, she's the wife. So we are in the Woods League. I don't know what that is, so I'll figure it out later, I guess. But it's our draft analysis. Wowee! Okay, we're gonna do stuff. I really wanted to try something different from my usual aggro play. Oh, I don't have any smokes. Can you get them out the bag for me? We just talked about this too. That's what happens when I refuse to edit and only do candid work.
At least you get the real deal here. You're not getting a smoothed over version of us. You get us for who we are.
Oh, polished shit. Oh, that's right. You might want it too. Yeah. Either way, I wanted to try something different because I'm used to going aggro, blah, blah, blah. Kill them before they kill you. Who needs a tank? So we're gonna get fat. Also, I had the opportunity to grab something early that I'd never gotten to use before and took it. So we have Rillaboom as our first pick. And that's going to be Lars Ulrich. If you know who that is, points for you. Because I'm running with a theme here, and I'll spoil it at the end. But I really want to see who can catch it. Either way, we got Lars Ulrich first. And it deserves to be a first pick. You got U-turn. You got that giant attack stat. 125 is beautiful. 85 is a good speed. Plus, it's a great Scarfer. You got Grassy Surge, so that's going to be nice for a good Grassy Glide. It's a knocker, which I'm usually really bad at having. And Rilla can also just play all around defensively. What's it called? Grassy Seed. Yeah. Send it out. Grassy Surge happens. Boost your defense up. It's a, generic OU strategy. Sub, Swords Dance, blah, blah, blah. Everyone knows what Rillaboom does. But if you don't, that's what we're here for. So I had to find something that paired well with Rillaboom. We already got our Fire, Water, Grass core started. Which brought us over to Heatran. I'm sorry. Eruption, the Heatran. Oh, so this was perfect for me. I'm like, cool, Fire, Water, Grass cores, 2 out of 3 done. And then I looked at my points. I was like, Jesus, I already used like 31 points in my first 2 picks. That's not like me. I usually start very mid-tier, and then if I can at the end, grab an expensive pick. But hey, Heatran's solid. Flash Fire. My usual league doesn't allow legendaries, so I couldn't turn it down. We got Flash Fire. We got Flame Body if we want to go defensive. With these stats, you can do whatever the fuck you want with the Heatran. Like, this thing is beautiful. It's also the only mon, if I remember correctly, that gets Magma Storm, which we're never going to use. Great choices here. Flamethrower, Flash Cannon. You want to earn Power Herb, Solar Beam, you can do that. It gets a bunch of other stuff. There's Earth Power. Fuck. It's got 90 attack, so even physical Heatran isn't completely unheard of with... Oh my god. Body Press, Bug Bite, Crunch.
Can it Earthquake?
It can Earthquake, yeah.
That's dirty.
Stomping Tantrum, if we want to use it with Grassy Terrain so Earthquake isn't totally nerfed. That's actually really nice. I didn't notice that. Steamroller, Grassy Terrain's out, so we can just throw 130 base attack out there. Iron Head, Heavy Slam, Heat Crash. Heatran's fucking solid. What do you get for setup stuff? I haven't used a Heatran in ever. Iron Defense for Body Press. Nature Power on Grassy Terrain. Stealth Rock. We can do a Rest Talk set with Iron Defense or whatever. Willow, Toxic Taunt. Heatran's all around just solid. Good God. I will make use of Metal Sound this season. I'm feeling it. Metal Sound's going to happen at some point. Oh. Fuck a Spadef wall. So Heatran's there. And I figure at this point, now we started our Fairy Dragon Steel Core. Let's run with that because another mon I never got to use is up. That's going to be Proud Mary the Togekiss. Togepiss.
Shout out, Austin John Place.
Shout out to Austin John. A New Jersey affiliate. What up? So far, we're just looking at things I've never gotten to use before. And I was just really excited. Whole new strategy, whole new team. I'm either going to do really well or really bad. So look out for that. Togekiss can be pretty generic. I mean, obviously, you got your Wish, your Protect, whatever. You can go flinchy with Air Slash. Air Slash is the one that flinches. Air Cutter is the fun, critty one. But Serene Grace is solid. That's the flinchy one. Super Luck. We can actually run a Super Luck. I don't know what that item is. I think it's a lens. Yes, Scope Lens, Super Luck. And then Air Cutter just to be a dick. But it's an all-around kind of a weak attack, so we might not do that. One thing that's always really overlooked with Togekiss is Hustle. I didn't run any calcs. It's just an idea I had. But, like, Choice Band, Hustle, Max Attack, Adamant, Togekiss, it's not a great stat. It's really not. It's got 50 base attack. But between Hustle and Choice Band and its selection of physical moves, what do we even have? Oh, God. Dual Wing Beat for the stab. We got Extreme Speed to cover that speed. There's Drain Punch, Play Rough for the other stab. Zen Headbutt, Smart Strike. I really think this set could be good. If nothing else, even just as a surprise. So forget I said anything about that. If we're playing each other this season, just don't look at that. But Togekiss was another one I really wanted to use. Plus, I wanted to grab a Defogger early because the only thing I lack more than knockers are hazard removers. So, cool. Now we got one. We have one rocker, one hazard removal. That's already happy time for us. Oh god, my dock went away. Yeah. And since we're going so fat this season, what better follow-up to a fairy type than Black Dog the Umbreon? I mean, this thing just speaks for itself. 95 HP, 110 defense, 130 spadef. It's a second wisher, which might not be necessary, but, like, we're going to be fat as shit, so why not? And even with, like, 65 attack, 60 special attack, it's not horrible. We still have Sucker for that priority. There's still... Oh my god, what does this thing get? Oh my god, we got Throat Chop. I haven't used an Umbreon in so long. Regardless of your attack stat, Foul Play is always solid. Dark Pulse is pretty good. Do you have any kind of setup that I could abuse here? Because I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared for this, and that's the way I prefer it. So if we don't like it, then I'm sorry. Moonlight's not great. We don't want that. There's not a whole lot we can set up with. Do you not get Calm Mind? I'm pretty sure you get Calm Mind. I don't remember. Whatever. Oh yeah, that's right. This league didn't. Never mind. I don't remember if this league allowed the Hisui movesets or not, so we're just gonna ignore that for now. If I get an answer, I'll update you in our week 1 match. Because I am in like 3 leagues right now. This happens to be the one I'm uploading, so But yeah, Umbreon speaks for itself. It's not unheard of to run a Spidef Umbreon with Flame Orb Synchronized, just to be a dick about it. Send in on an attacker, and then just poop on its physical stat. So Umbreon exists. Black Dog's pretty cool. I like Black Dog a lot. And my buddy pointed out to me, shout out to Shivsy, that we're slow as hell right now. Umbreon's got 65 speed. Togekiss has 80. Heatran 77 and Rillaboom at 85. So, like, we should probably get something quick, like Zygarde 10. Bark at the moon over here. Because I drafted 2 dogs and I panicked for a nickname. Zydog 10 doesn't get enough credit. I'm just going to say it now. Doesn't get enough credit because, sure, Aura Break sucks. You can't change its ability. Or yeah, it sucks. You can't use Power Construct for obvious reasons because, come on, you just win. So the reason Zydog is as underrated as it is. Zydarg? It is Zygod. Oh my god, Zydog. There we go. 1,000 arrows isn't a secret. Everyone knows it gets 1,000 arrows. Ground attack hits flying types. But 1,000 arrows also bypasses grassy terrain. So that's going to be really helpful as well. This whole team was just me trying to get around grassy terrain on myself. But it's got Dragon Dance, which is great. It has access to Grass Knot, which is great. It's got Outrage, which we'll never use. We might. I don't know. In League format, using Outrage is really, really, really risky. So probably not gonna. But it still has EQ if Grassy Terrain goes away. 1,000 Arrows is better, though. E-Speed, Facade. No one ever uses Land's Wrath. Oh, because it doesn't do anything special. 1,000 Arrows is better. See, I'm learning. I'm learning, too. Skitter Smack. That's a new one. And Stone Edge, we're never going to go special with Zydog. It's got like 61 special attack. It's not worth it. But just for shigs. What the fuck is Core Enforcer? Nullifies a foe's ability if the foe moves first. I didn't know that was a real move. I legit didn't know that existed. Draco Meteor. Dragon Pulse. Earth Power. Focus Blast. Grass Knot. Scorching Sands. Sludge Wave. That's not horrible. But it's also just not a good idea. But Zydog's still great. 100 base attack, 115 base speed. Nothing else is remotely important because a light breeze will kill it. That being said, with its move pool, you could rock anything from a Choice Band, Expert Belt, to like Earth Plate, Life Orb. Basically anything that says it dies faster. So Zydog's pretty solid. Do you get Coil? I don't think you get Coil. It gets Coil. This dog can Coil. So hey, if we want to, we can boost our defense. And that boosts speed too, right? I think it boosts speed. Oh, accuracy. Attack, defense, and accuracy. We don't really need that. Dragon Dance is much better. This is a weird dog. Dragon and snake moves. But moving on from Zydog, this was a toss-up. Because if I remember correctly, all the slow mons were still on the board. But if we're using things that I've never used before, why not just go hard and go for Dazed, the Galar Slowbro. Galar Slowbro is fun, man. Like, look at these stats. 95 HP, 100 attack, 95 defense, 100 special attack, 70 special defense. We don't care about speed. That's not important. Because we got Quick Draw. 30% chance to go first regardless. I did look this up. Quick Draw with Quick Claw does not boost it completely. I believe Quick Draw has priority, and Quick Claw has, like, halved priority at that point. Or halved success rate. So it's really only, like, a 45% chance to go first with both the item and the ability, so it's probably not going to see too much play. Maybe if we're feeling cheeky. I don't think we're ever going to feel that cheeky. At least not to run it over Regenerator. Or maybe if we're running a physical set with own tempo. But this dude's so much fun. Everyone who knows me knows I like Trick Room. So we could run Trick Room. I just typed its own name in. You saw that. Trick Room Slowbro. This move pool is disgusting. We could set it up with Berry, use Belch. This Blizzard. Expanding. Nope. It's only on Psychic Terrain. Never mind. Blizzard. Fire Blast. Focus Blast. Future Sight. Grass Knot. Hydro Pump. Ice Beam. Ice Beam. Icy Wind is never a bad tack on if you're worried about speed. Psychic Size Shock, Scald, Shadow Ball. Shell Sidearm is stupid. 90 base attack, 20% poison chance. It deals damage to whatever the lower defense stat is. So this is going to be a really fun mon, I think. We could even run Combine Stored Power just for fun stuff. Weather Ball doesn't matter too much here, so we're going to ignore that. But it's got such a high physical attack stat. Oh my god, if I could spell. So even with that, Slowbro could, with its speed, we can make great use of Avalanche. There's Body Slam, where it poisons Psychic. I don't know why I keep thinking this thing's dark, but Brutal Swing is there if we want it. Drain Punch, Earthquake, not in grassy terrain. There's Foul Play, which doesn't matter regardless, though. Ice Punch, Liquidation, Poison Jab, Razor Shell, and Zen Headbutt. So physical Slowbro is not, it's not impossible. Especially since we still have access to Trick if we want to throw a Choice Band on something. And I was looking at something else. Belly Drum. Belly Drum could be so much fun with this thing. Oh, babe, could you imagine? Belly Drum with a Citrus Berry and then go for... Nope, because Belch wouldn't make sense there. But still, it could exist.
That would be pretty dirty.
That'd be fun. If we can mediate HP well enough. Mm-hmm. Belly Drum into a Salic Berry. Is a Salic the right one? Yeah, increases speed by 1 stage when you're a quarter health or lower.
Good. I'm glad that you know, because I didn't know.
Sub Belly Salic. If we're playing this season, disregard everything I'm saying right now.
You're imagining it.
It's not real.
This is a dream.
But yeah, this could be a lot of fun. I like this slow bro. I like the thing he's doing for us. Daze is gonna be a good boy. He's a good boy. So we're moving on to... Don't look at that. After Slowbro, I was like, you know what? If we're gonna go fat, let's go, like, the maximum fat. And no disrespect whatsoever, but we picked up Meatloaf the Snorlax. And it just coincides so well with the team. Just with everything going on right now, Rilla, Heatran, Togue, Umbreon, Zygarde, Slowbro, fighting doesn't matter. Fighting really doesn't, especially between Togue and Slowbro. Like, Snorlax can pair with anyone. And with that 110 attack stat, we could even go offensive. Fucking counter tanks, right? Oh, but Snorlax has a lot of fun stuff. You could run Curselax. What else do you get? It also has Belly Drum. Belly Drum, Glutton could be silly. That'd be really silly. Especially if I can set up Trick Room. Ooh. Oh my god, that'd be juicy.
Yeah, it would.
It's got 30 base speed, which honestly isn't horrible. If we're matched up against a tank, throw a couple speed EVs in there and just encore the tank so it lets us set up easier, or just go to town on it. Much like Heatran, we do have access to Heat Crash and Heavy Slam. High horsepower to make up for grassy terrain, so we don't have to rely on Earthquake. What am I doing? This is not what I clicked. There we go. What is your special attack is terrible. Physical defense is terrible, but it doesn't even matter. That's why, because I unselected. Snorlax just has so much utility just by itself. We can't use Attract. I did that once, and I got yelled at. So we're not going to do that again. But we can block the opponent in, set up on it. There's so much you can do with a Snorlax. Well, that's illegal too. We can't mimic. Wait for something to set up on us and psych up for a speed boost. It's so fun. Even Bandit Snorlax is just such a happy time. Look at that. Look, I'm not even going to go over that because there's so many options. But yeah, Snorlax mostly speaks for itself. I'm pretty sure it gets Whirlwind too. It gets Whirlpool. That's weird. Whirlwind, not Roar, but it gets Whirlwind. That's interesting. Oh, it also gets Steamroller. Snorlax is silly. I like Snorlax. Okay. Moving on from Snorlax, I really needed to focus more on my hazards, both setters and control, plus knock, because again, I don't pick them up. I think even right now I have like 1 hazard remover and 1 stealth rocker. So the best way to mitigate that was to go with Bat Out of Hell, the Gligar. Nope, that's not how you spell words. There we go, Bat Out of Hell. We made it shiny so it looks more like a bat. Gligar is stupid fun. No spoilers. I've never used it before, but I just did because we're recording this late. Sandvale's, first of all, Hypercutter's pretty bad. Unless you're running a physically offensive Gligar set and you don't want to get intimidated, but that's very situational. Sandvale, if someone wants to bring sand, oh boy, I have evasion now. I don't know if that's legal in this league, so we're going to put that on a pending. But with as tanky as Gligar is, you really want to stick with immunity. Because, fucking poison, right? But the real glory from Gligar, everybody knows, but I have to explain it anyway, is Eviolite, because that boosts its defense up to, like, I'm not going to do math, like 160. And Spadef goes up to almost 100. And then you got so much utility with Stealth Rock. Do you get spikes? Stealth Rock, Defog, Roost, U-Turn, Knockoff, and that's where basically what we're going to run with the Gligar. If we did want to make it physically offensive, which is completely possible, the dude's got 75 attack and 85 speed. Not great, but it's something that could happen. Again, more of a surprise set. No, I didn't want to do that. Click back. Click back. Click back. Okay. Physical Gligar, Acrobatics, if we just decide not to run an item, bam, 110 base attack. Brick Break for screens, Aqua Tail, Bug Bite if you want. There's Cross Poison. We trying to look over EQ. Again, Knockoff, Iron Tail for fairies. Poison Jet for fairies is better. Rock Slide, Stone Edge, blah blah blah. There's so much you can actually do with this thing. So, one thing I really want to do, that I do with everything, is bring some sets that aren't really meta. Because this is league play. You want versatility. You want to catch your opponent off guard. Why would you stick with the regular OU sets? Hey, I may not be a good drafter or a good prepper, but I'm kind of an okay battler sometimes, you know? So, yeah. And I was really caught off at this point, because I looked at how many points I'd used, and I had like 15 left for 1 to 3 Mons. I still didn't even have an Electric type. I didn't have a Mega. I only had 2 Rockers. Everything was just bad. So initially, I wanted to go with Claw Whisper. I wanted Claw Whisper because it's a great water type. It's kind of slow, but it is a great wall-breaking water type, especially with Mega Launcher, especially with Terrain Pulse. So, obviously, I said, fuck that. And we went with the big boy, Mega Blastoise, the Trooper. Because it's still a great water breaker, or water type wall breaker, I should say. Higher special attack, higher speed. It still gets Terrain Pulse. Plus, it still has Mega Launcher. And plus, Rapid Spin. And Mega Blastoise has 103 attack. I mean, I get it. You see 135 special attack, you want to use the special attacks. But, like, come on. How you going to look at Mega Blastoise move pool and see Aqua Jet, Avalanche, Body Press, Crunch, Dragon Tail, Earthquake, Fake Out, Flip Turn, Ice Punch, Iron Tail, Liquidation, and fucking Waterfalls and Headbutt, and tell me it can't be a physical attacker. It's gonna happen. It'll happen. Plus, it has Workup. So you can bring a mixed Blastoise set.
The only unfortunate thing is not being able to use Shell Smash.
Yes, Shell Smash is banned. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yep, that's the only downside, I think.
Shell Smash is banned, so the only way we can increase its speed is with Rapid Spin. But we do have access to Iron Defense and Body Press. So, again, if we're playing this season, just don't listen to me. You know, just turn it off if we're playing each other. I'm not trying to get into all that.
I think it's a little late for that.
Yeah, we're coming to the end anyway.
Well, always expect the unexpected. That's kind of our specialty.
Yes, never expect the unexpected. But it is admittedly really hard to turn away from Special Blastoise just because Aurasphere, Dragon Pulse, Dark Pulse, Flash Cannon, Focus Blast, Hydro Pump. Hydro Cannon exists, but why would you ever do that to yourself? Scald, Terrain Pulse again for that grassy edge. And it's so hard to look away from because he has 135 special attack. And I want to see what Mega Launcher does. Mega Launcher boosts it. I want to say by like 30%. It won't tell me because it says it's illegal and it's wrong. But it boosts it. Or some of it anyway. The ones you want to use. So we had 2 points left for like 2 Pokemon, and I was really debating on Pikachu. So I was like, oh yeah, cool, a knockoff Mon. That'd be awesome. But then I looked and it's like, I only have 2 Rockers. And if I'm being perfectly honest with you, if I'm bringing a Pikachu, using knockoff is probably not my top priority. Excuse me. I'd much rather just not have to rely on Heatran and Gligar every week to set rocks up.
True.
And if I'm being perfectly honest, I really wanted an electric type.
It's just a general good idea to have it. If nothing else, just to have it.
So, I wanted to stick to things I'd never used before, and I was like, fuck, I've never used this. It's pretty fun. So why not? We picked up Little Caesar. And I'm going to be honest, if you're still trying to figure out the theme here, it's not the pizza place. I've never had Little Caesars. I've looked at how much an entire pie costs from Little Caesars, and I have no interest in trying it because that does not scream quality to me. But we went with Little Caesar. It was a 1-point puzzle. It's got 85 special attack, 95 speed. It's really not horrible. Its special options could be better. I think it's got primarily electric moves, Grass Knot, and like Uproar. And I've used Uproar one time, and that was because I needed Mega Pidgeot to get around a sub. But status-wise, I feel like Pluzle could be really good. I mean, there's agility if you're worried about the speed. You got Encore to be able to set up against tanks. Excuse me. Or force a switch. Light Screen's there. Magnet Rise is pretty good. It only has one weakness anyway. Nasty Plot, so you could run Subplot. Pluzle. And I don't think we're allowed to use Sweet Kiss because that's technically forced attack, so I'm not going to do that. But Thunder Wave for the speed control. Pluzle for 1 point is actually not terrible, especially since it has Lightning Rod. I could look at the physical options, but it's got 50 base attack, and that's not something we like. So I'll probably just never do that, but just in case. Oh god, it doesn't even have any. I mean, I guess there's Thunder Punch. Last resort if we want to do that in Iron Tail, but realistically it's not worth it. It gives us an electric type, fills that speed gap with 95 speed. It gives us an electric immunity, and it is a pretty nice momentum user. What's your shiny look like? I never looked at that. We're not going to make you shiny. You're still just red. That's not worth it for me. I hate that.
That's not fun.
No, it's not. But our last Mon, 1 point left, really wanted a rocker. I did the nicknames after I drafted the team. So we actually picked up Bronzor, who I called Confused, because how are you going to have a Slowbro and a Bronzor without making a Dazed and Confused reference? Bronzor is actually really cool. You have Levitate as an ability, you have Heat Proof as an ability, so you're either immune to ground or immune to fire. Heavy Metal could be good if it wasn't a Bronzor, because it's got a 24 attack stat, 24 special attack stat, 23 speed stat. But throw an EV Light on that bitch, that's like a 120 some base defense, 120 some base special defense. It gets rocks. Can you do both? Can you dual screen reflect? Yeah, it can set up dual screens. I just had a Bronzong dual screen against me, and I had to look that up. But it can set up rocks. It can do dual screens. You can do a calm mindset, but it's not really worth it. I mean, it might be. Iron Defense. You got the EV Light there anyway. The only problem is it can't recover. But that's what we have Grassy Terrain for. If we're running Heat Proof, it can still recover. Rock Polish does nothing. We hate that. Speed Swap could be really, really silly. Speed Swap and then get it out of there. Force them to switch or make them slow as butts. Gives us another Trick Roomer. Everyone knows how much I love Trick Room. You could trick an EV Light onto something and then just watch it suffer because that's basically knockoff at that point. I'm the one that picks NFE Mons, no one else. We don't really want to run Guard Swap. We could run Guard Swap, but meh. If we're facing a tank, we could do that. But realistically, it can't do too much else. I mean, with its offensive stats, we got Gyro Ball, and there really isn't anything else to it. We have 3 Steamroller Mons.
We do. Sounds like us.
So I don't expect it to really do anything, or even come. But who knows? There might be a point where Bronzor is useful here. But yeah, that's the draft. We went really, really fat with all this. And I don't hate it. I'm going to be honest, I don't hate it. Don't look at that. That's not important. But we're going to keep you updated on weeks 1 through however many weeks there are. I don't remember. I'm not good at this kind of stuff. We're doing 10 weeks total.
10 weeks, okay.
Yes, 10 weeks total. So I'm going to go back to uploading for all that shiz. And yeah, I'll be back with a week 1 eventually at some point, I guess. I don't really have a schedule here. I'm kind of just doing it while I got free time. But yeah, guys, I'll see you next time. You wanna sign off, honey?
Thanks for watching.
All right. Keep a lookout because we're gonna be uploading. But until then, stay frosty, folks.